On behalf of the Central Wisconsin Dementia Network, thank you for joining us today. We're going to share information with you about Alzheimer's disease and dementia, focusing on how you can better serve and assist this population. Today's training is offered as part of our efforts to create dementia-friendly communities throughout Central Wisconsin. The purple angel you see on the screen is the universal dementia-friendly community symbol. It represents a guardian over those living with dementia, their families and friends, and those helping to raise awareness about these diseases. As the dementia-friendly movement was embraced by individuals and organizations around the world, the globe was added to show the impact and collaboration involved in dementia-friendly efforts. A window cling decal and certificate with this symbol will be displayed by businesses and organizations that participate in this awareness training. We hope you will learn something new that will help you feel more comfortable and confident when interacting with people who have memory loss. These maps show the upcoming change in our state's demographics for people over the age of 65. Age is important because it is the single biggest risk factor for developing some type of dementia. 1 in 9 people age 65 and over has Alzheimer's disease. As you can see, our population in central Wisconsin will change dramatically over the next 25 years, with counties experiencing anywhere from an 18 to 43% increase in the number of people over the age of 65. Looking more specifically at our local counties, this slide shows the number of people living with Alzheimer's disease in Langlade, Lincoln, Marathon, and Wood counties in 2015, and the number of people anticipated to suffer from Alzheimer's in these counties just 25 years from now. With the increasing prevalence of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia within our communities, it's important to raise awareness about these diseases so we're better able to support our community members now and into the future. One way to support people living with Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia is to create a dementia-friendly community. The goal in doing so is to develop an educated and understanding community which will help reduce the stigma associated with memory loss, Alzheimer's disease, and other dementias. This will ease feelings of fear and isolation for those living with dementia and their caregivers. In addition, people with dementia will be able to easily access local resources and maintain social connections, making it possible for them to continue living their lives with meaning and purpose. It's important to note that up to 70% of people with dementia are living within the community, not in an assisted living or care facility. They're continuing their shopping, banking, and other tasks, especially in the early stages of their disease progression. A dementia-friendly community will help promote a sense of independence, reduce fear of harm, and make local environments easier to navigate, regardless of physical, sensory, or cognitive impairment. Creating a dementia-friendly community where people with dementia are met with understanding and support will involve effort from all of us: businesses, organizations, community members, cities, municipalities, medical professionals, law enforcement, first responders, and aging service professionals. We all play a role. As we age, it's normal to experience changes in our abilities. We'll spend a few minutes talking about changes that are normal, which are listed on the slide. As you can see, you may notice people making an occasional bad decision as they get older. This could include shop-at-home purchases, like buying random items advertised on infomercials, or going to the casino and losing a lot of money. Another typical change is missing an occasional bill, like forgetting to make your car payment or accidentally paying it twice. Forgetting the day and needing to check the calendar or computer to confirm is also normal. It's easy to lose track, especially with the unstructured, flexible schedule that often accompanies retirement. Occasionally, people will have difficulty finding the right words. They might accidentally call an item by the wrong name or call one of their children by a sibling's name. And losing things from time to time, misplacing your credit card but remembering where you used it last, or putting items in a safe location but forgetting where that is. These are all normal signs of aging and nothing to be concerned about.
So you might be asking yourself, if all those changes are normal, what exactly is dementia? Dementia is not a specific disease. Instead, it's a general term that describes symptoms associated with a decline in memory or other thinking skills that are severe enough to impact a person's ability to perform daily activities. People with dementia may experience memory loss. You'll notice changes specifically to their short-term memory. They'll have difficulty communicating with others, along with challenges thinking things through and difficulty sequencing tasks. In addition, people with dementia can become easily confused and disoriented, making it difficult to navigate around their home, a store, or drive a car. You may also notice changes in behavior, personality, or mood. A person with dementia may become moody, irritable, suspicious, depressed, frustrated, or agitated. And people with dementia have difficulty planning and organizing simple things like their day.
To understand why we see these changes in people, we need to look at the human brain. The brain is divided into different parts, each with a different and very important role. The frontal lobes are like a management center, allowing us to solve problems, set goals, make decisions, and carry out tasks. The parietal lobes handle information from our senses about space, perception, and size. These lobes make it possible to recognize where objects are in relation to each other and to ourselves. The occipital lobes are our visual processing center. They need to function very quickly to process everything we see so we can respond appropriately. The temporal lobes help us with memory, general knowledge like meanings of words and names of objects, as well as our ability to understand speech and talk. The dementia symptoms we discussed earlier, memory loss, difficulty communicating, changes in behavior, are all the result of damage to the brain. The different symptoms we see correlate with the areas of the brain being damaged by disease. The word dementia is an umbrella term like the word food. Just like there are many types of food, there are many types of dementia. Dementia can be caused by a variety of diseases, including Alzheimer's disease, vascular dementia, mixed dementia, Lewy body dementia, frontotemporal dementia, as well as other more rare types. These diseases are all dementias, but their makeup, how they progress, the symptoms, and pathology are all different. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia, with somewhere between 50 to 70% of all dementias being caused by Alzheimer's disease. And because of that, the term dementia and Alzheimer's disease are often used interchangeably. Many types are progressive, like Alzheimer's disease, which means the symptoms will gradually get worse over time. The cause of dementia and whether or not it can be reversed depends on the type of dementia it is. And how fast some types progress depend on the individual. Each person is unique, and how he or she may experience dementia will be different. At this point, you might be wondering how you know if someone has dementia. Because it involves changes happening inside the brain, there are no obvious physical signs. Someone's actions may indicate that they have dementia. You might notice memory loss, confusion, someone getting lost in a store or having difficulty thinking things through. A spouse or caregiver might tell you the person they're with has dementia, or they might show you a help card or a companion card, which provides a way to discreetly share what kind of special help a person might need. You may also hear people refer to someone as having memory problems rather than use the word dementia. Here are 2 sample companion cards, but there are a wide variety available. They can be found online and are available through several different organizations like the Alzheimer's Association. Someone could even make their own at home with a computer or printer. Now we'll spend some time reviewing the 10 early signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. We'll look closely at the different symptoms you may notice in someone at your work site. Then we'll discuss how to foster positive interactions when someone has dementia. As a reminder, we are all individuals, and our experiences with the disease process, along with how and to what extent we exhibit symptoms, will be different. So we'll talk in generalities when we review the 10 signs. It may be hard to know the difference between normal aging and the first signs of memory concerns or dementia. Here are some things to look for. The first is memory changes, specifically forgetting recently learned information, asking the same question over and over, or using memory aids for assistance. Another thing you'll notice is difficulty planning and solving problems. Handling money, counting change, and paying at a cash register all become very challenging. Someone might try to pay with their grocery discount card or offer multiple forms of payment. Or when planning an annual event like Thanksgiving, they might forget to buy a turkey for the family meal. Familiar tasks become more challenging when someone develops dementia. Seeing their short-term memory is challenged, they start relying on older memories to do things. They might get lost on the way to a store, get lost in the store itself, or forget where their vehicle is parked. They may also forget the rules of a sport that they've enjoyed for years, or even forget how to play a favorite card game. Time and place confusion can also become an issue. The person may forget where they are or how they got there. Did they drive, take the bus? Is someone picking them up? They might not know. Something else to watch for is vision issues. Many people with Alzheimer's disease experience problems with vision. Reading, judging distances, and determining color and contrast all become difficult. You'll notice accidents in the parking lot or an increase in the number of dents and dings in someone's car. Dark rugs can look like holes in the ground, so you may notice someone skirting around a rug to prevent falling into the hole. And transitions in flooring from carpet to hardwood, for instance, can look like a step. So you may notice people trying to take a step up, even though there's no step. Continuing on with the 10 early signs of Alzheimer's disease. People will experience difficulty communicating. They may have problems finding the right word, following or joining a conversation. They may also call items by the wrong name. For example, they might call their wristwatch a hand clock. Someone with Alzheimer's may also misplace things. While shopping, they might walk away from their cart to grab an item and forget where their cart is, or that they even had a cart, so they grab another one. They may also take another shopper's unattended cart or accuse someone of taking their cart. People with Alzheimer's disease also experience decreased judgment. They lost the ability to make good decisions or take proper care of themselves. You might notice them in your store in the middle of winter without a coat or with improper shoes. They may also wear the same clothes over and over, even if they're soiled, and they might purchase unneeded items. Social isolation is another sign of early Alzheimer's disease. As people with dementia become aware of the changes they're experiencing, they start to withdraw from work and social activities, so they might miss regular social gatherings like bridge club or miss shifts at work. And last, someone with Alzheimer's disease can experience mood and personality changes. They may become confused, suspicious, fearful, anxious, or agitated, especially when their routine is disrupted. That concludes the 10 early signs of Alzheimer's disease. Again, it's important to remember that individual experiences vary. People may experience one or more of these signs in different degrees, and it's important to distinguish if these experiences are new or happening on a regular basis. If so, it could be something important to document and share with a doctor. When a person develops dementia, it's worth noting that their basic human rights don't go away. It's important to treat them with respect and dignity. Helping them feel a sense of comfort, identity, and purpose is just as important as it was before. People with dementia also want to feel like they belong. They want to be useful, manage their daily tasks, shop, visit places, travel, and run their own errands. And with more support, they can live a good quality of life and remain active in their community. Providing good customer service is key to successfully interacting with people who have dementia. Here are some tips. Be calm, friendly, make good eye contact, and smile. Approach from the front. When someone has dementia, their field of vision shrinks to 1 square foot. As a result, they cannot see someone approaching from their side or back, which can startle them, in turn escalating the situation, causing them to feel anxious and fearful. Introduce yourself to put them at ease and be patient. Allow time for them to process what you're saying and respond to you. Getting to know your customers can help you identify potential changes they may be experiencing. If you don't know, talk to them. Engage them in conversation and build on previous comments they've made. When you know your customers, you're better able to serve them. If you notice any sudden changes, ask how they're doing. For example, you're a cashier at a grocery store. When a customer you know, Mary, comes to your line to check out and she has 10 cans of cat food. You know Mary well enough to know that she doesn't have a cat, so you ask if she got a cat. Mary responds, no, she didn't get a cat, but she's buying tuna for her sandwiches that week. What would you do? An easy solution would be to advise Mary that those cans of tuna, which are actually cat food, are expired. You could then have them swapped with the proper tuna product. Taking a gentle approach that does not highlight Mary's mistake will help that be a positive experience for Mary. Here's another example. You're a server at a local restaurant. A customer named John comes in every day for lunch and orders the exact same meal each day. Is this a problem or not? What could you do? This may or may not be a problem. John may not be able to read the menu to make a different selection. You could try offering him that day's specials to see if he makes a different selection. This slide shares tips or advice to help provide good customer service when interacting with someone who has dementia. It's important that you never argue. Doing so may escalate the situation, causing the customer to become agitated or frustrated. Logic does not apply with someone who has dementia. They have a hard time interpreting their world and will not be able to see a situation from a different perspective. It also helps to ask simple questions to make it easier for them to communicate with you. It's also useful to avoid pronouns, words like he, she, it, or they. These words require a person to remember earlier details of the conversation, which is very difficult for someone who has dementia. It's also important to watch your own behaviors. What is your body language saying? What is theirs saying? Are you making good eye contact with them, smiling and showing you're interested in helping them? Or are you distracted, looking off in the distance with a closed posture, which shows you're not interested in helping them? Other tips for good customer service include listening to what they're trying to communicate. Does it really matter if they call their bank by the wrong name? No, it's just important that we try to interpret what they are saying and try to meet their need without pointing out their mistakes. When providing customer service to people with dementia, it is helpful to have a few quick responses ready to go when you need them. Simple responses like saying, I'll be here if you need anything, or asking, how can I help, can improve the experience for a person with dementia. Not dwelling on their mistakes and accidents also helps create positive interactions and experiences for them. If you know someone touched by Alzheimer's disease or another form of dementia, there are agencies out there that can help. The Aging and Disability Resource Center provides information and options about resources available to provide support and help. They offer memory screenings, which provide a baseline reading on how someone's mind is working, and they also offer support services for caregivers as well as dementia-related education. The Alzheimer's Association is another great resource that provides a variety of services to individuals and their families related to Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia, including care consultation, support groups, education about Alzheimer's disease, and the Medical Alert and Safe Return programs. Thank you for your time. We hope you learned something new today that will help you when interacting with people who have memory loss. Your agency contact person for this training received a purple folder with supplementary materials about creating dementia-friendly communities. They will have more information available for you, including a list of local contact numbers to help you know who to contact for certain situations that may arise, like a lost or confused senior or an older guest who becomes angry and agitated. We hope these materials and the information shared in this presentation help you feel more comfortable and confident when approaching someone with memory loss or dementia. If you would like to stay in touch with our efforts to create a dementia-friendly community, we invite you to like our Facebook page. On Facebook, you can search Central Wisconsin Dementia Network to find us. We'll be sharing information about local businesses and organizations who participate in this awareness training, upcoming dementia education opportunities, local resources, and much more. Again, thank you for your time and have a great day. Let's hear that one.